BTC and 32E.
Welcome back, hard forkers, to 1 Bitcoin and 32 Ethereum, and a big welcome to my co-hosts. Stefano, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to have you here, Mr. Gonzo. How are you, sir?
Hanging in there.
Okay, so as the lead-in titles say, Stefano is our Ethereum position trader. Mr. Gonzo is our degen. So we're just going to have a little reminder of what the show has been all about. It's been that race to get to 1 Bitcoin and or 32 Ethereum. So on that note, people, going back to the very first episode of the show, Bitcoin was $11,817 and Ethereum was $380. Cost you 12 grand to own 32 Ethereum back then. That figure is currently $105,000.
Should have stacked them then.
Yes. So let's have a look at a few stats before we jump into it here. We're going to go to probably the best Twitter page in all of crypto, which is, of course, the hard forking page. So what have I got on here? Absolutely nothing. Won't display.
Short and sweet, right?
Yeah. Here we go. First chart. We love charts. So here is the price of Bitcoin on this day since its inception. Back here, 1st of May, 2011, when Stefano bought in $3. Where did you join, Mr. Gonzo?
3 years ago, May 1st. That would be
here.
my handle there. Yep.
Very good. And for me, it was right here, 5 years ago, pretty much to the day as well. So 57,000 or dropping back a wee bit. Bitcoin operating in a very frustrating range today. Well, for the last couple of weeks. My trading on Bybit has gone extremely well on Ethereum, not so much on Bitcoin. So if you are an experienced trader, by the way, please use our link below if you want to help support the channel. There's some very nice bonuses from Bybit involved. Link below. Now, thoughts on this one, guys? This is basically a altcoin market cap chart. Now, if we look here at 217, we effectively had this as resistance from 214. Once it broke out, we saw just a parabolic increase. So this chart is basically showing us that we're in a very similar situation right now, leading many commentators to believe that we're about to see absolute fireworks in the altcoin market. So a lot of commentary I'm also hearing, and I'm inclined to agree with this. This sort of shows the cycles of different markets, of bull runs, how it's played out in the past. A lot of people seem to think that we're in this stage here now where we're seeing money flow out of Bitcoin into large cap alts. What we've just seen with Ethereum would suggest maybe that is the case. And typically, well, in other bull runs, we've then seen the mid caps take off. And lastly, what almost signals the end of a bull run, the utter shit coins have huge gains. And then we see a flow back into Bitcoin and a downward trajectory. Before we do that, guys, I wanted to share a couple of interesting media things that have gone down in the last few days. We've had, this was put onto the houses that's the Bank of England here. That was projected on there in the last couple of days, which I found very amusing. And the other...
Was it at night by some like graffiti artist, or was it like... That wasn't sponsored, right? That was like illegal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, how was it up for a couple of days that he couldn't figure out how to take it down?
Oh, I don't think it was up for a couple of days. It was up a couple of days ago.
Oh, I thought you said it was up a couple of days. I'm like, what? How the fuck did they keep it up?
No.
Some prankster. Some prankster,
absolutely. So in my part of the world, the other interesting thing, we've had Channel 9 in Australia, which I believe is the most popular channel in the country. Big expose on Bitcoin and crypto NFTs with Maddie, who we've had on this channel. This went out last night to millions and millions of people. So just that continued mainstream assault of what we've all been doing for a number of years, I think is really starting to heat up, guys. We're obviously talking about market cycles here, etc. What are your feelings in brief, Stefano? Where are we at?
I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting very confused about a lot of things. There are specific coins, with specific things where like I'm quite okay where they are, like obviously Ethereum, because like there is a roadmap, there is like evolution that is gonna happen, there is like 159, there is the merge, there are like all of these things. So I can think of like the future and so on. But then like attach obviously like on the part of the 60 seconds, the digital world and all of those things. I currently have like an offer for someone that is willing to pay $850 for a digital jacket for my avatar, for an avatar on Decentraland.
Sell.
Like, well, that's my point on that.
Go buy a real leather jacket.
$850. Like
an Italian leather.
It's, I don't know. I'm starting getting a bit confused on like, I do believe that we are getting to a point where I think a lot of stuff are overpriced. I mentioned that multiple times already, that I think that there are specific projects that could lose 90% of their current value, and I still believe would be overpriced. Now, obviously, the example of like the jacket, I'm not saying that like a jacket should be worth like $5, $8, and so on. I'm saying that I find like problematic to believe that someone is willing to pay $850 for something for your avatar. I'm getting to that point where like I cannot understand valuation anymore.
Mania.
And the problem is that like if we're considering like the storyline where everybody's saying like we're just getting started, we're just at the beginning, then I'm like, where is this actually gonna go? Like, are people going to start paying like $5,000 for a digital jacket? So am I in a position where like, am I getting too afraid of actually like wanting to exit now and so sell, that in reality, this thing can go so much further? Or are my feelings starting being correct? And so maybe selling that could actually be a right moment to exit. I'm getting very confused. I'm not lying on this. I'm extremely confused on where we are, because it doesn't make any sense to me anymore.
I guess my comment on that is, I compare it to, I think we're sort of late 90s when you compare it to internet adoption and what we're seeing in blockchain. If you remember back then, or you wouldn't, Stefanos, you're only probably about 3 years old, but it was certainly a case of, I saw this firsthand. You had thousands of people jumping in there, launching all sorts of crazy projects. And I could sort of see that happening, especially in the NFT space. So that overvaluation, I don't think it's reflective of, that macro scenario where that whole space, I think we all agree, is just going to be so much bigger. But the individual dApps, items, etc., are shitty pieces of art. People are paying someone on Fiverr to create, etc. That's overvalued. But the macro picture of the growth in that particular space, I think we are just at the beginning.
And that's fair, but that's exactly what we got in 2017. Didn't we have like a tons of like shitty ICO in 2017 where everybody was throwing random projects that had no future, no legs whatsoever, but because we were in a bull run, obviously those projects were like getting hundreds of $1 million in valuation. Like, I agree with you on what you're saying, but what happened after? We got in the bear.
Lead out.
So, that's my entire point. I say that many times, like the entire trend, or like the entire chart that you're showing, like Bitcoin, low cap, mid cap, and so on. I don't care about those type of things. I'm not trying to get in the right spot at the right time all the time. It's not about like timing the market. It's about time in the market. And Ethereum and Bitcoin has proved this so many times. Buy and hold on those two coins is actually in majority of the cases a better strategy than trying to like go after and chasing the market. And like now I need to enter in this and do like a 50x there and so on, because that's gambling at that point.
It is gambling. It's a game of musical chairs. I totally agree with you, especially people coming into the market now. For me, it is difficult. I'm sure you guys are getting asked a million questions as well. People are they're hearing the hype. I showed that. That's the reason I showed that 9 Network clip from Australia. It's really hitting mainstream media again. So there is going to be this mania phase that we all know is coming, and that's the retail player. But yes, I agree with you. Bitcoin and Ethereum, for me, I think they've proven it. They've tested time, done, box ticked. To me, it's just a matter of how fast that adoption happens now. But yeah, some of the other stuff, starting to concern me. A lot of hype around Polkadot, for example. I'm not really seeing too many projects that are being built on that sort of kicking ass here. I guess you could say the same about ADA.
Yeah, they're still developing. Like, we're still like Polkadot is something that is like what, less than a year old, basically. Like,
sure, but you started this conversation talking about overvaluation, and I just wonder whether some of these newer blockchains that would fall into that category. Whereas we know what we've got with Bitcoin and Ethereum.
It's true, and
here's an exercise. Open the top 10 or top 20, and let's talk about what's overvalued and what's undervalued.
Sure.
In the top 25 maybe, because at least half of that stuff is overvalued. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin. I think those are valued appropriately.
I don't think the BNB is valued properly. I think it's super overvalued.
I don't agree.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on that one, Stefano. As much as I totally agree with you on what decentralization is bringing to us, people simply don't realize that just yet. They're plowing into Binance projects, and I just think if we're talking pure valuation here, I actually think Binance Coin is I think it's going to.
It's not a favorite project. It's not legit.
It doesn't mean I like what's going on there.
Yeah,
I think it's as centralized as what the current financial system
everybody,
brings.
all the people getting into crypto are going to PancakeSwap.
Super overvalued. Super overvalued.
People are
disagree.
Putting money into it. That's the valuation is there. It's don't agree with it for sure, but I think it's probably valued appropriately because so many new people on TikTok and everybody else. They're all going to the PancakeSwap casino, waiting for fucking some shitcoin to dump on them, looking for that fucking 50x. That's where people are going. They're not going to Uniswap or all these true decentralized options. They're just trying to get a quick buck. They don't care where it's coming from, right? So it's cheap, it's fast. PancakeSwap. So
basically on Binance Coin, if we're going to get through these 10 quickly, let's do a quick fire here, guys. So I'm saying fair value, and I think it'll go up. Jordan is saying the same, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And Stefano is saying bag of shit, overvalued.
Overvalued, but it will go up. Don't take me wrong. Like, his number 3, of course he's going to go up. We're still in the bull run. That they're very two different things on price going up or something overvalued.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, Bitcoin, overvalued, undervalued. Where's it going? Quick fire, guys. Stefano.
It's going up. It's not overvalued at this point.
Yeah, I think it's fine right now where it is.
Yeah. Yep. Agree. I think we'll see a 6-figure Bitcoin by the end of the year. Ethereum, overvalued, undervalued. Where's it going?
Undervalued.
Yeah, I also agree that it's undervalued. I think it should be at least half the market cap of Bitcoin. By all the stuff that's built on it.
Strongly agree with both of you. I've constantly increased my stack. The more I learn about Ethereum, what's happening on it, bang, I'm in. XRP.
Overvalued.
Overvalued for sure. I mean,
sure. Tough one to call. If they win that court case, probably pump. It's got a big supportive community. I strongly suspect they've been wash trading this because they had so much of it internally for a number of years. So, I don't have it.
Yep.
Doge. Woo!
Overvalued.
Without a doubt. I mean, I love the meme, and I love the fact that a joke coin can capture so much of the market cap, but it's definitely overvalued.
Yeah.
And if it was more decentralized and more evenly distributed, I'd be cool with it, but it's just not.
Yeah. Fork of Bitcoin, no devs on it, full of security issues. One person owns most of it. Well done, Elon. You've built a new Tesla factory with your pumps there, fella. But yeah, good luck to the Doge holders. Might go to $1, but why would you want that stress? You could lose the lot too, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want on Doge. More power to you. Cardano. Okay, he answered the question, Mr.
Okay, so-
Gonzo.
Yeah, Cardano's overvalued for sure, no doubt. I mean,
Okay.
you have Cardano and Polkadot are both apparently doing the same thing, except for the fact that Polkadot's been doing it for like 1/3 of the time, and they haven't really focused on like the bag holder marketing that Cardano has. You know, like Polkadot is actually getting legit hype, and it's not like it doesn't feel like a paid marketing campaign that Cardano has. So again, I think Cardano is the same as Ripple. You know, you got all these old massive bag holders pumping it up, right? I just don't see what's actually coming with it. So.
Well, they're supposedly rolling out the biggest blockchain project ever for students in Ethiopia. Look, a lot of hype around it, but yeah, I mean, I don't see the necessity to place a bet on it. So me, I don't hold it.
Okay, let's snap you up in here.
Yep. Polkadot. I guess we just covered that.
You think it's overvalued? I think it's fine where it is. Maybe a little.
I think it's fine.
Maybe
I think it's fine.
Agree.
Uniswap overvalued because Uniswap operates without the coin. I mean, what actually, what do you use Uniswap for?
Uniswap, I think. Well, you use that for voting right now, and in the future, at one point, it's a government token. Like, what does a government token do?
Avoids the Howey test.
Huh?
It avoids the Howey test. That's what a governance token does.
Well, sooner or later, they're going to allow like distribution of revenue. That's the thing.
Maybe if that happens, I would say that it's valued a bit better, but I think it's experiencing the buy the rumor.
Quick transactions surpassing.
Yeah, but so one thing on that, because like that's the same storyline, and again, like it's final marketing, but it's the same storyline of Binance Smart Chain and so on.
Sorry, let me turn that off.
Where's this music
Shut
coming
up.
from? Anyway, so the point of that is that like we have also done videos and so on. There is a big difference of doing a transaction on Ethereum and doing a transaction of Binance Smart Chain or doing that on Polygon and so on. I can do 80 transactions on the quick swap on Polygon. Why? Because it costs nothing. I'm way faster at doing things than I would do that on Uniswap. Why? Because the two networks are completely different. That is just like obviously FOMO being like, oh, we're bypassing Uniswap. No. Look at the dollar value that is being moved around, and that completely changed.
Yeah, good point.
I think Uniswap's undervalued.
Really?
Yep.
I totally think it feels like a buy the rumor, sell the news thing.
No, I think Uniswap's here for the long haul. I can't see it. I mean, it's in the top 10, and I think it deserves to be there. And when you look at the one below it, Litecoin, I mean, why?
It's like, I mean, don't want to compare it to Litecoin. I think a better comparison is Binance Coin. You need Binance Coin to use Binance. You pay fees, you get discounts. Holding Uniswap doesn't do anything for you. Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm saying it's like a buy the rumor. It's like it's being driven up by all the people that have the bags.
All right, well, that's the top 10. So Litecoin. Sorry, we didn't do that. Stefano, quick thoughts on Litecoin?
Doesn't deserve to be talked about.
Yeah, I don't see anything happening on Litecoin.
I could say the same thing about Bitcoin Cash as well.
Oh, they all chat about it being the silver to Bitcoin's gold. I see that starting to rear its head again. I do like the fact that they are looking at things like Mimblewimble, security features on it. But yeah, right now, I don't see a reason to hold it.
Come on, snap it up here. Let's get through this.
Yep, agree. Okay, just before we move on, we've done the top 10. Has anyone got a wild card that they would want to share with the audience that they think might be worth a look?
Chainlink will move into the top 5 in the next 3 months.
These are great. Don't see that happening.
Wait till the staking happens.
Okay.
And all the institutions that have node are involved with Chainlink start running nodes.
Okay, well, on that note, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find the video here, guys. So yeah, here's your man from Chainlink. I had a watch of this last night. This is actually, I'll put a link below to this video, people. I strongly recommend it. Lex Friedman has had a ton of crypto people on. This guy gets millions and millions of views, and literally his show's just filling up with crypto people. He had had the main man, Sergey Nazarov, on and asked him this question.
Let me ask you this question. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? There's quite a few people who suggest that person is you. So is it you?
No.
Who do you think it could be?
I don't know who it is. I think if I had to guess, it's probably a group of people, some of which might not even be around anymore. Obviously, I'm very grateful to, if this is a singular or a group of people, for kicking off this entire industry and making this amazing change in the world that, I have the privilege and luxury of being part of in some small way in the work that I do. I think also this kind of focus on who is Satoshi or who isn't Satoshi shouldn't, in my opinion, matter so much, because regardless of who it is, that, in my opinion, should have no substantial, significant effect or bearing on the functioning or the value or the use or the security of the Bitcoin system, right? So I think whoever it is, they're probably better off not making that public. And I think beyond that, whoever it turned out to be shouldn't matter, because it has nothing to do with how the system is made useful or secure or anything else. And so I think that's the point of view that I have.
Now, if you were Satoshi Nakamoto, would you tell me? Because you said they shouldn't, whoever Satoshi is, you should keep that private. So would you tell it to me or no?
Of course, there's some kind of weird thought experiment here. If I was this guy, let me think about this, which I'm not, by the way. I am not this person.
But if you were, would you say it?
I think probably not. I don't see I think that they would.
Where's our body language?
So he's not Satoshi, but if he was, he wouldn't tell us. So there you go.
You can tell like crypto people that are idealistic, right? He's like, what bearing does it have anyway? Even if I am Satoshi, or like if Satoshi is known, that's like the total idealistic person that's like in it for the tech, right? And he's totally like that. Like, he doesn't do any marketing for Chainlink. There's no he's not about pumping the coins, and you see that all the time. You can tell instantly people when they talk. It's like, okay, this is an idealist. They're in it for the tech and the life change and the world changing potential here, right? But it does matter. Like, if someone found out about it, and people don't follow blindly, like they need a figurehead. Like, that's the whole reason that Litecoin is doing something, because it's got fucking Charlie Lee in the front of it. And like, people were so enamored with him, he dumped on them, and they still think that there's something there.
Yeah.
Like, publicly, and he's still held as like a hero, and all the small projects, they anoint a CEO, why the person has to be doxxed. People need to follow someone, right? They don't usually just follow blindly into like technology, right? There needs to be a figurehead.
Yeah, I've spent a huge amount of time and money and debated it with many people for hour upon hour upon hour. What I would point out on the Hard Forking Twitter page is an absolutely brilliant article on the topic by Pete Rizzo, who has put a huge amount of time in tracking down all the people that interacted with. So get over there. I'll also put a link below to that if it is a topic that interests you. I think it's a fascinating topic. What I would say is it's also a hurdle for many institutions coming into the space, because obviously the Satoshi wallet has 1 million Bitcoin in it. So somebody turning up and potentially sort of moving those around would cause a shock. And also, the institutions want to understand where that capital could move. So it has been a hindrance for a lot of them coming into the space.
Oh, ding! Did you hear that, guys? I
What's
just
that?
got another alert. Sold another Axie.
Very good. Yeah, check out the video that Jordan and I have just done on the migration to Ronin as well. Link below to that, people. Let's just round it off today, guys. Short and sweet. But before we go, Mr. Gonzo, can you just screen share the project review board? We've got some new projects coming up shortly, people. Haven't had one on for a while.
Sharing.
But these are the ones that we have previously had.
I am disabled.
No, you're not.
No, you just.
Well, you are. But
Setting up for that joke is pretty easy, bud.
Oh, God, wasn't it? You walked right into it. Okay.
I said it myself.
Block Jewelers, look at that. 40% up this week. Mr. Gonzo. Well
Making a
done.
run despite my efforts. I've got a bunch of stuff due for them. Garrett, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get through all this other stuff so I can clear my plate. There's a big airdrop coming for all our League of Duelers that get a really rare Satoshi Squai NFT, and I'm just finishing that off, and it's taking me forever, and people are getting a little bit upset. I'm sorry. So yeah.
Okay, you are the biggest mover on the first part of our board. Well done.
All right. Yeah, no, they revised the tokenomics, so to incentivize holding, people are getting a cut of the marketplace fees now, which is good. And if you stake, you get a cut of all the credits that are used in the game. So it's a much, much sweeter deal if you're staked up and if you hold Block Dealers tokens.
Okay, very good.
Mega Bonk making a bit of action. It's had a decent week, but still trending about the same as when it transferred over. So nothing too spectacular there. CyberFi kind of went crazy there, touched $77, and it's been correcting since. But I think it's we kind of bought the top on that one, so it's going to look a little bit crappy for a couple of weeks, I think more. DMG gone. Ethanol, might as well delete that one from there. Ferrum just keeps going up. Finally corrected a little bit. Hex, ooh, are we getting the airdrop hype from Hex?
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to Mr. Hart to come back on. It was one of our shows that I enjoyed the most.
35% this week, pretty good.
Yep.
Almost shitcoin territory.
True. Right. What have we got on the next part of the board?
Cardia Chain up 20. Matridel up 20. Kind of set and forget those ones.
Yep.
Jesus, Cardia Chain. I never did get any of those. Up 20%. Mo DeFi down 12%. Oh, it's actually down from when we got in. Ooh, they've had a bunch of unlocks happen. So, the vesting ends, people dump. Some of the staking they had initially expired, so people pulled their liquidity, dumped. So, Pirate Chain. Oh, a horrible week at minus 30%. Still like $9 up from like.
Yeah, still holding. Okay. Well, we will have some new and various projects that you're.
So number one, Avogadro, as you guys know, or like I mentioned that a couple of times, is doing like season 1, and the snapshot for the first round of season 1. There are 4 rounds in total, 1 every 2 weeks. Will be taken today. So whoever's participate over there, or basically whoever has an Avogadro in reality, will receive some ghost token, which the price, by the way, got all-time high yesterday on stream when we were on Twitch. So that's pretty sweet on that. Now, the big news on that, and that I find super, super cool, is the fact that like Avogadro, the Avogadro per se, is becoming a wallet. Not only a wallet that can keep ERC20, but also a wallet that can keep NFTs. And so the idea here is to create something that in the future, you're obviously going to have like the ability to carry around your Avogadro in the same way that you were doing that with the Tamagotchi back in the 90s. With the difference at this time, this is a crypto wallet. So it's a Tamagotchi that you pet, you take care of, and so on, but it's also a crypto wallet, which I find super nerdy, but absolutely I love it. I think it's super, super cool. Tons of people obviously are like, yeah, whatever. Why is this so cool? Is the tech. Is the simple fact of the tag that is amazing. Every single wearable, every single NFT that is actually being issued by them is 100% on chain. Now, if you're looking at data, information, and so on online, you will see that there are problems where a website where you mint your NFT goes down or get hacked and those type of things, your NFT is basically broken because there are only the hash on the blockchain. While in this specific case, it's 100% on the blockchain. like Avogadro is doing a lot of cool things from a tech stand, and I'm really, really happy that they're taking this direction because it's super cool. The other news is around boxes, and so today, once again, other news, there is going to be the big reveals on the boxes. So whoever bought a Voxy right now has a big question mark on the NFT, so we don't know who got what. Today they're actually going to announce the big reveal. So whoever has that, we'll see if they got something cool like a
Can you still buy stuff on them?
Huh?
Can you still buy?
Oh yeah. So let me show
I was
you.
I was gonna go buy it last week, but I never did. I'm gonna buy a couple. Is it still point?
1 second.
Because it was like 0.08 last time I saw.
Yeah, it's still there. So they gave away the 2000 number 2000. Whoever bought that, so a whale came in yesterday, bought 200 boxes, and bought as well the number 2000. And with the number 2000, that person won 2 ETH. Now they've done the
basically
same...
saying that's heated.
Now, if we're looking at things on number 3000, they're going to do that again. So who knows? Maybe another whale will buy on number 3000 to win another 2 ETH. We really don't know what's going to happen over there. So apart from that, yes, there's still a number 0.08. If you're interested, that's like the price structure. So there is still plenty of time for that price of 0.08 ETH. Till 3,500. So right now they've sold in total 2,139. So there's still time. They're going like on pretty much around like 100 per day. That's kind of the speed that they're having, apart from like spike from whales and so on. And so once we reach that, then we're gonna double in value at 0.16. And then we're going to go up to like 0.32. With Ethereum like increasing in dollar values, I don't know how long it's going to take to actually like complete all the sales, but we will see what's going to happen, to be honest. But yeah, that's the other big news. If you don't know what Voxes is, it's basically like, think about like Final Fantasy Tactics. So an RPG, turn RPG game, where basically like you have your NFT character and you're like on a dungeon and you're like basically like planning things on like how to kill your enemies and stuff like that. They also announced like information about their tokens, because obviously this is the NFT, but the game is going to be a play to earn game where like by playing the game, you're going to get their own token, and then like you can do a bunch of stuff like buying wearables for your boxes and so on and so on. So it's a project that like, you know, it's been on my radar for quite some times. I bought in early, let's put it like that, and I'm pretty happy with how it's going with the development, the news that they're coming in. But as of today, you cannot play the game yet, so it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen there. Sorry.
Issue.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the 2 news for today.
Very good. Jordan, you had something you wanted to share before we wrap up?
I've been having some fun here. I mean, it's a bit of the same old tripe, but it needs to be shared because there's a fair bit of fun to be made. Because if we look at the volume here on the marketplace in Axie on Ronin, it's really opened up because there's no fees to list, buy, sell, trade. So there's a pretty easy formula. You know, the recently listed, you can just watch for anything that comes up under like 0.05 or 0.6. And if it's got our low breed count, you pick it up and you could almost instantly flip it for like 0.1 profit. Like these ones here with 0 breed count. I mean, depending on how much capital you're going to start with, if you start with 0.1, within a couple of days, I'm pretty sure you can flip it just by, you grab 2 Axies with good parts, you breed them, you sell one, you keep one, and you just keep doing that. You just keep flipping them. And you have to know a little bit about Axies to start with, because you kind of have to know what the good parts are, check the breed counts, you know. So there's a bunch of super good deals that come up, and you'll see they pop up, and then within 4 or 5, 10 minutes, they pop up on the other side where they're recently sold. And that you can see someone will buy it, breed it, put it back on the market. Just take 1 breed and put it back. So here, this is a pretty good one. Came up with 1 breed count pretty good axes, got some good parts. So someone just bought it, bred it once, flipped it, and then you can resell it. And the price is just going up. The total volume day to day has like been doubling, right? The last 7 days, we've got almost 5 million in volume. The last 30 days, 11 million. You know, the average price is $430 per axie. And then, I mean, 1.2 is quite expensive, right? Your minimums are 0.05 to 0.6. So that's double the average. So there's a lot of deals to be had here. If you got a bit of time and you like axes and you have 1 or 2 axes, it's a good time to sell and flip. You know, so here's your perfect example right here. This one came up 0.05, $160. Pretty cool looking shit. I would have bought that one. So yeah, see, look at this guy, bought for 0.05. And then you can easily get way more for that because it's got good cards. And it's an albino, which is rare. So just, you know, little fun little thing to take advantage of all the stuff that we've been doing with axes. Sean, I'll show you how particularly once we send you the other axie and you breed it, you can have some fun flipping axes.
Yeah, we're going to do a short video on that for you in the coming days, people. And also check out the video that Mr. Gonzo and I have made on migrating to Ronin and also introducing some of our scholars, which was fantastic. Now, on that note, live show on Friday, people. If you're after an Axie scholarship, get into our Discord, link below to that, and make sure you're in the Friday live stream where we announce the recipients. And I think we've got all the compliance in place now as well to start doing some giveaways of tokens. We'll have some Cartier chain this Friday. So make sure you're there for that. Subscribe, hit the like button, and okay, on that note, thank you, boys, for your time and educating the public, and thank you for watching. Can't speak today. Cheers, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye now.